Welcome to Prestige Janitorial Services. We are so glad that you have joined our team. The following video is an overview to help you prepare to be the best in your position. After watching this videotape, you will complete a short test to ensure comprehension. The video is broken into 6 main categories. Company policies. At each account, you must clock in and out from the client phone. This ensures that your paycheck is correct. If you have an issue, contact your supervisor. Once clocked in, you are ready to work. Reminder, you are not permitted to smoke on the property. While cleaning, do not touch the computers, radios, or TVs for any purposes. Please refrain from talking or texting on cell phones. Remember, the majority of all accounts have security cameras. Safety and security. To ensure workplace safety and OSHA compliance, you must ensure to the following steps. Make sure anywhere that chemicals are stored, SDS or safety data sheets are visibly hung. Inspect to make sure all electrical cords are intact and the 3 prongs are visible on the power cord. While cleaning, you must wear gloves. Closed-toe shoes are required. Flip-flops are prohibited and you will be asked to leave to change shoes. Security of the building is a concern. If you have issues arming or disarming the alarm panel, immediately contact your supervisor. Never leave a building unsecured without directly speaking to your supervisor. The supervisor will immediately call the client. If we do not stop the police from being dispatched, an $85 charge is assessed. If you have any issues with safety and security, contact your supervisor. General setup. Once you're ready to start cleaning, it's time to prepare your general setup. When filling the mop bucket, fill it up to the top line. Measure your chemical with a pumper. Never just pour chemical in trying to guess the amount. Verify that your vacuum bag is empty. Dump the bag if necessary. If the bag is ripped or torn, you will want to replace the bag. Always be careful. Do not throw away the cloth bag. Organize your caddy, putting restroom items on the left, general items on the right. You do not want to cross-contaminate and your rags to touch your toilet bowl brush. Remember the color coding system for your rags. Blue rags are for Windex for glass and windows. Orange rags are for general wiping. Yellow rags are for metal shine. Never use a yellow rag with residue to wipe desks or mirrors. Company policies. Uniform policy. You must wear your company uniform shirt. You must wear pants and closed-toe shoes. If you're not in uniform, you will be asked to go home and change. Call-in policy. In the event that you are unable to make it into your shift, you must contact your supervisor 4 hours prior. Texting into a shift is unacceptable. You must call 4 hours before and speak to a real person. Supply policy. If you need chemicals or supplies, you must notify your supervisor 3 days prior. Do not wait until you're completely out to call and request more. Timekeeping policy. You cannot leave an account early or stay past the budgeted time without approval from your supervisor. Employee-only policy. You are the only person allowed at the account. You cannot bring your children, friends, or family into the building or onto the property for any reason. If your ride is waiting, they must leave the property and return at the end of your shift. Cell phone policy. You are not allowed to talk or text on your cell phone while cleaning. If you have an emergency, clock out of your shift and go into the break room to make a phone call. Failure to follow company policies will result in disciplinary action. Common concerns. Do you know the #1 complaint received? Take a moment and think about this. It is not restocking in the restrooms. Toilet paper, multifold, and hand soap. Hands down, this is the most important and used part of the building and the one that generates the most complaints. Probably the easiest part of cleaning is restocking. So why do so many complaints come from this? The second most common complaint is detailing. Wiping desks. Wiping, wiping, wiping. We wipe everything. Ask yourself, if I do not wipe it, who will? We are paid to clean the facility. I did not know I was supposed to will not apply. Unless a client requests us not to touch, we take pride in our work and wipe. The third complaint is floors. Are you not changing out the mop bucket water when it gets brown? If you don't change the water, then stop mopping. Mopping with mud is never going to get the floors clean. Are you measuring your chemical in the mop bucket? If you put too much chemical, the floors will become sticky and dirt will stick to them. The other common complaint is restrooms. Urine. It smells. Make sure to wipe all surfaces and walls. We use black light to detect urine. It glows. Medical facilities. When cleaning a doctor's office, there are some additional items we look for. Make sure that you wipe under the headrest of the bed and behind the exam room table, around wall, and under cords. Normally, each exam room will have a soap dispenser, sink, and hand towels. Make sure you stock nightly. The hand soap sometimes drips down the wall. Wipe the wall and sink area to remove all soap and water spots. Just think, while most doctors make you wait in the exam rooms, what are the patients looking at? Corners for cobwebs? Baseboards? Windowsills and blinds? Tie the trash bags and replace as needed. A torn bag with gum, or tape in it need to be replaced immediately. You can implement a rule to replace all bags on Fridays. Always wipe the bases of chairs. These items are important not only at medical facilities, but all facilities that we clean. Restrooms. Every building has a restroom, and two of the most common complaints come from restrooms. Make sure that you only clean with paper towels. Do not ever use a rag or cloth to wipe a toilet seat. This is cross-contamination and just gross. Use a paper towel to wipe toilets, the bases, the backs, and the bowls. Remember, urine splatters in the men's room. You must wipe the walls and dividers to remove buildup and reduce smell. When finished cleaning, always leave the toilet lid up and leave a dash of blue chemical in the toilet. Cleanliness affects the senses. The sight of blue and the smell of the deodorizer is a great first impression. Remember your detail items. Use a paper towel to wipe tops of partitions. The most common looked at place in the restroom is the mirror. Make sure you wipe it with paper towel and there are no water spots. End of shift procedures. When preparing for the end of your shift, be careful not to be in a rush to leave. It is important that you organize the janitorial closet. Make sure that you rinse and hang the mop head to dry. Clean out your mop sink. Never leave a mop bucket full of water. Always turn it upside down in the sink. Your trash can should be free of trash and have a clean liner in it. Take a moment to take inventory of chemicals and supplies. Just a reminder, you will receive items 3 days after you order them, so never wait until you are completely out. The closet is a reflection of you and is used during the day as well by other employees. You may clock out 7 minutes before or after a shift. Remember, time is quality. If you get done early, you missed something, so always go back and check your work. Make sure you set the alarm. Turning off the light switches as you leave. Lock the door and pull on it to make sure it is secure as you leave the property. Thank you for the time to watch this introduction video. We look forward to a long-term relationship with you. Welcome to our team.